Hey there, gang. In this video, I wanted to briefly talk about a bug that I encountered at the start of the new Bone Chill event. So normally, for those that don't know, when you level to Prestige 100 on a killer, or even really a survivor, you eventually will reach level 50 on that 100th Prestige, and that means going forward, every single blood web that you get is the level 50 web. And this is a big deal because this means that you're normally able to get a guaranteed of 2 eerie add-ons per web. You're able to usually get 4 to 5 purple add-ons, a good handful of greens, and it's probably, I would say, the best and biggest factor behind wanting to make the grind toward Prestige 100. Because normally when you play any other killer, like for example, I'll go over here to my Chucky, who is another killer that I've been leveling on the side. I am currently level 27 on Chucky, which means that I need to go through the leveling process with each prestige. And that means that at the moment, for example, I'm at level 27. When I finish this web, I'll be at level 28, etc. And the quality of these webs is significantly worse than the quality of the webs on my clown because I'm consistently at that level 50 web. Now, where the problem begins with this event is they kind of broke the webs a bit. Things are not working as they should. So, as I'm sure y'all will notice, for one thing, there's not 2 eerie add-ons in this web. And this is a bug that I noticed immediately, by the way. I'm talking literally when I got on this game, I finished my one pre-event web because, I didn't finish. There's a web that's always going to be non-completed before an event starts, obviously. I finished that web with the 2 eerie's and everything else. And then I got another web which had 1 eerie, and I was like, wait a second, things are not right. I then went through that web. I got another web that had, I think one of them even had no eerie's, and I was like, okay, this is dumb. We've got one right now that has only 1 eerie as well, and do y'all see the purples? I've got a cheap gin, a cigar box, and a cut coin. Like this is not right. I've got plenty of clips on stream and everything, like of me going through my blood webs, and this is not what the blood webs should look like. So what this is sadly going to mean is that for anyone who is a Prestige 100 killer, I hear this also might apply to survivors too, by the way, you can't invest blood points on these characters. Because if you do, you're just going to be throwing your blood points away. Because remember, you're supposed to be able to get a guaranteed of 2 eerie's per web, something like 3 to 4 purples. Let's go through this web right now, and let's see what our next web is going to look like. We're going to do this live. So let's see. Get these two right here, finish up this. I'm kind of doing things manually because we got to optimize what we can. So next web, let's see what we get. No eerie's. Do y'all see this? Remember, you normally get a guaranteed, like I said, 2 eerie's per web. Do y'all also notice something too? Not only do we get no eerie's, there's only purple offerings. Look at this. Does this look like something you want to invest your BP on? Like, this is, I actually feel bad spending that last 40K just for this demonstration, because look at what this next web's gonna look like. This is terrible. So yeah, I highly recommend not spending BP on any of your Prestige 100 characters until they fix this, because this is a glaringly big issue. We don't even get anything new from the event in the blood webs, y'all. Like, there's nothing new to excuse this. We don't have any extra blood point offerings, any items or add-ons, like with even the Hallowed event. The Hallowed event had that add-on at the very least to take up these spaces. There's nothing taking up these spaces. We just quite literally don't have the add-ons we're supposed to get. So what I'm going to end up doing myself is I'm also going to be investing, I'm going to be investing my own blood points that I get from my killers into Chucky. I'm not going to be spending it into Clown. And likewise, I'm also not going to be using the expensive add-ons. I highly recommend that too. If you are using cigar boxes and even like makeup kits, like typically this is something I did run a lot. If you are using this add-on combo, even if you are using your wards, you might think, okay, I'm using my wards, so I'm not still losing anything. Your wards are basically this. They're an extension of this. You shouldn't view this as not its own value. This has significant value, almost equally so, if not more, than these two themselves. So saying that you're going to compensate for the Bloodweb bug by just bringing black wards, that's not a solution. Choosing to run a party streamer, not a solution. You're going to burn through these things quickly, and I mean quickly. You know, compared to an anniversary event where you would get guaranteed blood point offerings and everyone else is running those blood point offerings on a significantly better web where you would have a higher chance of getting those cigar boxes if you were using a cigar box every game. That comparison is night and day. And imagine if you take that same situation and you weren't using your cigar boxes, right? So it's not at all the same. This is basically where you're at right now using your high quality add-ons. You are in a worse position than if you were playing a normal game, basically, because of how terrible the webs are and how terrible the blood point gains are. So again, really, really do not recommend. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I have more content coming up in the future. I just wanted to make a real quick PSA for people who didn't know because this is a very, very big deal. See y'all next time.